Find a secluded dirt road in New Jersey, and chances are you have yourself the setting for a good story. Like many such roads in the Garden State, Whipporwill plays host night in and night out to visitors and thrill seekers hoping to experience something creepy. Legends have piled up over the decades. Stories of witches and witchcraft, rituals and Satanism, murder, and even the Ku Klux Klan. But how much, if any of it, is true? Can all of these sinister stories really be tied down to one small road in Middletown, New Jersey? Ghosts on the Coast investigates the many legends of Whipporwill Road. Visit Whipporwill during the day and you can take in the foliage and natural beauty, and even spot some multi-million-dollar mansions nestled in the woods that surround the road. But at night, as darkness falls and even the brightest moon struggles to beam through the trees, many ghostly legends begin to rear their heads and frighten people on a nightly basis. Perhaps the oldest of such stories involves the execution of witches in the 1800s, who were burned to death and then buried under the road, but not before putting a curse on the local farmers who served as their executioners. Legends say that as you drive down, you can count 15 bumps, one for each witch. But the problems with this story are like the bumps themselves, too many to count. The timeline being the 19th century means that if someone, let alone 15 people, were executed, it would be fact and not legend. It would appear in a newspaper or someone's diary, and we would not be wondering about the details, of which there are none. Witch hunting and accusations of witchcraft were passé for well over a century by then, and New Jersey actually only has one recorded witch trial in its entire history, Abigail Sharp of Woodbridge in 1727, and she was not put to death. For any fringe group looking to practice rituals, the isolation of Whipporwill would certainly provide ample cover. Satanists and devil worship have long been associated with conducting rituals in the thick forest that lines the road. However, like the witches, these older stories appear to be set in the 1800s. While people have worshipped the devil throughout history, the popularity and novelty of such practice was not mainstream until the 1960s, when Anton LaVey created the Church of Satan in California. This is not to say that no one has never done anything ritualistic at Whipporwill. Remains of amateurish ceremonies and occult practices, including dead animals, candles, and pentagrams, can be found throughout the year. But it is highly doubtful that teenagers playing around have ever conjured up the devil himself. The one legend that holds the possibility of being true is the woods by the road being used as a meeting place for the Ku Klux Klan. It is a dark part of New Jersey history, but the Klan was highly active in Monmouth County during the 1920s. As illicit liquor flowed freely during Prohibition, with gang violence rampant, the heavily Protestant population actually invited the Klan to the Jersey Shore to combat rum runners and immigrant gangs such as the Mafia. There is documented proof of the Klan rallying and causing violence in Middletown, Atlantic Highlands, Port Monmouth, and Red Bank, though nothing specifically ties them to Whipporwill Road. It is also not necessarily true that the Klan would have needed to meet in secret at all, as their public rallies were well attended by locals, and New Jersey membership in their group swelled to as many as 100,000 by 1925. The Klan's rumored association with the road also leads to another popular legend, as many people have told tales of being chased away by someone in a red pickup truck, or even groups of hooded Klansmen themselves, but no one has ever been able to produce any evidence. Unfortunately, the recent history of Whipporwill does contain one ghastly story that is indeed true. On March 6, 1982, the body of 22-year-old Nancy Clark of Fairhaven was discovered at the edge of the road near the paved area toward Chapel Hill, with a single stab wound to her chest. She had last been seen at a bar in Seabright the previous night, getting into a white car with 3 men as she attempted to hitchhike home. According to police reports, she was taken to Scenic Drive in Atlantic Highlands, stabbed with a military-type knife in her heart, and driven to Whipporwill where her body was discarded. The police would go on to arrest 2 of the men involved, with Thomas W. Bailiff of Leonardo found guilty for the murder and sentenced to life in prison. He was released on parole in 2017. Since 1989, there have also been 2 other deaths to occur on Whipporwill Road or a neighboring property, but both are well documented, accidental, and not ruled as suspicious. I guess it doesn't really matter what's true and what isn't. People young and old just love to be scared, and Whipporwill certainly is the perfect place for it. Should you dare take a drive down this road, just make sure you have a full tank of gas, and maybe a AAA card at the ready, in case you hit one of those witches' bumps. And should a red pickup truck come up behind you, try to remain calm. They're probably just as scared as you are. Anybody on this road with us? We're asking if there are any spirits on Whipporwill Valley Road. We'd like to speak with you today. We'd like to communicate. Oh, here he goes. What's your name? Something there, right?
Thought I heard Zach.
How many spirits are here?
Trying to come through.
Do you know her name?
That was the response there.
What is her name?
No voice there.
Is that you trying to come through? Come through?
Steven? Who's Steven?
That heard me.
You're talking to a Steven? Come stand near us. We're going to ask the spirits about the witches. We're going to ask about the Satanists and the Klansmen just to see, where did these legends come from? Is it all entirely made up? Did something happen somewhere else and somehow that story gets passed down over the years and it ends up here? We don't know. So we're off to a decent start.
Get out? I heard get out. Come back? I heard a female say get out.
Hear you how loud this is.
Out.
Hear you how loud this is. How this is. But back again. Hey, what's up?
Chance?
Chance. Give Tom the whole spirit box. Who are you?
No. Chris, swear to God your name came up.
All right, that right there. Female yelling.
That was a sentence. That was the F-bomb right there.
Definitely something emphatic. I didn't hear that, but definitely something with some oomph behind it. We don't
They're
think
lying?
there were witches here. Why did? Come on, why do people think there were witches here? Female response. Is there a guy in a red pickup truck that likes to run people off the road? Two different voices there. Who drives the red pickup truck?
Something with an S. With an S. Yeah, but something with an S too. Where was the girl's body dumped?
I just started to say, wait.
I swear I just heard Christian.
Shit.
I heard Christian.
I heard your name before.
Maybe the animals up there will have something to say.
Oh yeah?
Only good thing about getting curses through the spirit box is that you know it's not radio words. Because you're
Yeah.
not allowed to curse on the radio. And we don't want to get cursed at. We don't like posting profanity either. But if it comes through, then it is what it is.
Or don't. They kind of look like town
Yeah,
vehicles,
it's
though.
like a little town truck.
Pretty township, but let's go see what's going on.
Is that right?
Do you have any stories? Nice.
Very nice. You ever anything strange happen on this road? Or
No, thank God.
The guy who worked for Public Works that had a heart attack on his truck road back in the 80s, I think it was, and they didn't find him till the next day.
Oh boy. Might want to stay off this road then.
Yes. Especially at night.
Oh, definitely at night.
Yeah.
Definitely at night. There was an accident not last year, I guess, or a few months before the winter. Somebody had come off this too quick. If I see anything strange, I'll let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Put a damper on his morning. Was told about death.
yeah,
and
right.
then
Hey, one of your people died over here.
Can you make that noise
I want
again?
to make this too loud. Yes. Do you have any information about the Haskells that
The only
Patrick can
thing
get
I
you
know
on?
is this is where they used to have the races, and before they brought it over to Monmouth Racetrack, they had the Haskells. And it was attended by hundreds and hundreds of people, maybe 1,000 people. Had a big lot of land, big open space, and they would just run the horses here. And then eventually, I'm not exactly sure what the demise was of it. But the property was sold. It was sold to a family that lives in Deal. All this acreage, I'm thinking it's like 30-something acres, $14 million estimated value, something like that. I'm not sure. So, and this is where it is. No industrial buildings going up, no townhouses. No, they're trying to keep it.
You
see
can't go like
little bits of the old estate. There's the old stone walls. You see, as you said, there's an old stone.
There's one a little bit further
Yeah,
down.
There's an
there's a
old
bridge
stone in there somewhere. There is an old stone pool. There's some stone foundations left of the home in there. But unfortunately, we can't go in there because it's off limits. Would be nice though.
Did the Klansmen ever meet here? This would be a great place for it.
Yes, something.
Catch you. Like the whole part of the legend of this road is that there's like organized satanic occult practices here, which is not true. But
Yeah.
kids playing around. It's a great place for it. If you, just take a look. We're in the most densely populated area of Monmouth County, and here we have like total seclusion. It is good to come here in the fall and the winter because it gives you an idea of just how deep this forest is, and it's really not claustrophobic. If you're driving in the summer, the foliage is thick, the trees kind of curve over the top of the road, and it makes you feel claustrophobic. But right now it's just so open.
It's not rubbing against another tree.
Oh, we saw tons of hawks, by the way, as soon as we entered this road. Leave?
Leave or lead?
So? High something.
Yeah.
Don't.
Don't what?
Jet?
Great. Why do people come here to do rituals?
A cult?
Yes.
I thought it said a cult. Yeah. Let's just say hunting?
Are
Race?
there any Satanists here?
Probably.
I heard probably. Yeah.
It wasn't the full word. It was probably.
Lead us to a pentagram. Show us where they're doing these rituals at. Give us the final word on the witches. How about the Klansmen?
That was like nothing.
Anybody ever get chased off this road by a pickup truck? Oh, shit, look at that.
And whatever that says. You did say, take us to a pentagram.
I did, and here we are.
Hello. Yeah. That was a sentence there.
Get somewhere that these are two stop signs, too. Are you here for any of those?
My name's Christian.
What's the scariest thing that ever happened on this road that you remember?
Head to Cooper.
We're now on Crybaby Bridge on Cooper Road, which is another haunted road that people link to Whipporwill in terms of all kinds of creepy stuff going on. According to the legend, if you shut your car off on Crybaby Bridge, when you turn it back on, your car stalls out, and I guess you get killed by the baby. I don't know. People have heard a baby crying and all kinds of stuff. There's various stories like Whipporwill that are not true, or probably not true. Stories of a baby dying in the river, or
Being thrown into the
being
river.
thrown in, or
Thrown in.
falling in, or multiple stories. So let's shut the car off and turn it back on and see.
Well, the story that I heard was that a husband and wife, she had infidelity. She had sex with somebody else, and she died at childbirth. And the husband was so infuriated, he threw the baby off of the bridge.
That one I never actually heard.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
what
good
I
one.
heard.
So we're gonna try the thing. We'll turn the car on and see, and then we'll pull up, maybe do a spirit box by here, see if we can contact the
pull up right over there.
Aaron. So let's turn this back on. Are we gonna stall out? Will the legend be true? And it's, oh well, not really a surprise. We figured we'd try it anyway.
Middle sight of the camera angle. Perfect.
Swastika and pentagram.
Shit.
And here's our fearless director almost falling down the hill.
I know, I climb on everything, and it's the damn dirt is what gets me. Water? Sound like it said water.
Water. Did somebody really kill their baby here and needs water?
Right here.
from? So that'll do it for our Haunted History Legend of Whipporwill Road special. We also figured we'd do Cooper Road while we were here. A lot of stuff on Whipporwill, nothing here, but that is to be expected. Thank you for watching.